Never have I ever been asked if I wanted to have a threesome.
You should feel lucky that you have a woman that is willing to put her pretty hands up a hairy butt.
Oh my God.
Next question.
Today we're playing Never Have I Ever Bisexual Women Edition.
Never have I ever been asked about my bi ratio.
3, 2, 1.
I don't even know what that is, so.
Like, what are you like 50% into dick or 50% into vagina?
Oh, okay.
It's usually asked by dudes.
Always by dudes, all
like
the time.
on a slider scale,
Yeah.
like the Instagram one, like which one's boys and which one's girls. Yeah.
But it's also like, why is it any of your business? Like,
Right? If someone wants to say that, that's
Yeah.
fine. And if they identify with that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's not like a common thing to be like, hey,
Yeah.
so who do you like more? And
Yeah.
give me a percentage. Could you give me some data, please?
Yeah.
Anger.
Never have I ever been told to pick a side.
3, 2, 1.
I have
Oh, it was like, what's your they're like, if you had to pick one, like, what would you pick?
Yeah, by who?
Bro, every day, honestly.
I have.
I actually have not.
Really?
No.
That's awesome.
I always get like people telling me like, it's like, you know, it's either this or that. Like, you can't really be bi if you're dating like a man. Yeah.
You're seeing a guy, you're straight.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So weird. No, I've never been told to pick a side.
I mean, like everyone wants you on this side.
Never have I ever had a crush on a girl and a guy at the same time.
3, 2, 1.
I have.
It's not, I don't know. Really? Maybe I have, probably.
Bitch every day. Are you serious?
Maybe I'm just constantly having a crush on a girl.
I think so.
And
yeah.
then I'm like, oh, this guy's okay.
I was seeing a girl and a guy at the same time.
What?
Yeah, that's like when I came out. I was like really gradual about it.
Oh, I love it. I have.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, because I mean, I've had crushes, like, doesn't everybody have crushes on multiple people?
Yeah, right? I feel like, yes, I've heard gals and
Yeah.
guys. I'm just like, I like all of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no one knows. It's in my mind. I'm like, this is my own private Idaho. Like, no one knows that I've got a crush on all of you. You, probably.
Never have I ever been asked if I'm going to marry a man or a woman.
3, 2, 1.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
This isn't a phase, Mum.
Really? I think no one's on my case as much because I'm so straight. Look
Yeah.
at
Okay, all right.
My favorite is when you're like, when you're in a relationship with a woman, say, and then people ask you, so do you think you're gonna marry a man or a woman? You're like, well, I was just kind of hoping this would, you know, like go a bit further, or I don't, whether or not it's marriage, but you're like, are you just kind of like, what?
When I came out to one of my friends, she was literally like, but would you actually like have sex with a girl? And I was like,
What?
yeah.
What is that question?
Yeah, and then when you like compliment girls, it's just like, oh yeah, cute.
You're like, that's cute.
She's like empowering women and shit. But
like,
I
no
get
bitch, all day. I'm eating on you, dumbass.
literally.
Never have I ever not wanted to date men. 3, 2, 1, duh.
Even when I hadn't come out yet and I thought that I was straight, I didn't want to date men.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I feel like this is a constant in my life, actually. Now that I'm, you know, on the other side of 25, getting to 30s, I'm just like, oh, I thought it was gonna get better.
Yeah, okay.
We're so like frustratingly bi. You know what I mean? Like we just want to date girls. And yeah, here we are, still attracted to men. What the fuck is that? Sexuality is not a choice, eh?
If there was, I'll be full gay.
Yeah, same.
Never have I ever been referred to as a lesbian just because I was dating a girl.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So many times. Which kind of makes sense in a way, because it's like, well, I've been with this woman for 7 years, so I understand why people would say, so you're lesbian now? It's like, no, I'm not.
Of course.
Or the opposite, where you start dating a guy again, and then your friends are like, oh, so you're straight now.
Yeah, people like to put you in a box.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you like dick or you like vagina.
Yeah, literally.
That's like how it goes.
Yeah, it's like also a lesbian now. No, just because I am doing things to a girl a few times a week doesn't make me a lesbian.
What's the count threshold to make you a lesbian? It's how many times a week?
That's a different video.
I doesn't know how it works. Next question. Never have I ever been asked how I knew that I was bi if I hadn't dated a boy or slash girl.
3, 2, 1.
All the time.
I didn't come out until I started dating a girl. So
Same.
yeah, I like felt like I couldn't.
Honestly, I think I asked myself that, like before I had my first girlfriend, I was like, am I really bi? You know, because
Yeah.
you just want to make sure. You don't want to put that label on yourself if you don't know.
Yeah.
But now I know.
It's like, how do you know you're straight if you've never been with the opposite sex?
Yeah,
No one's
flip it and
questioning
reverse
you.
it onto them.
Just saying.
I always say to men, like, you can't say that you're not into it if you haven't tried it, right? So, some men that I have been with, straight men, you have a G-spot up your butthole, okay? So, clearly, it's going to feel good. I'm just trying to be nice. And I want to make you feel good. And I want you to like have the ultimate pleasure. You should feel lucky that you have a woman that is willing to put her pretty hands up a hairy butt. You know? I'm a sexual being and I'm proud of it.
Yes.
it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Never have I ever been asked, how do you have sex with a woman?
3, 2, 1.
So many times.
Penetration does not equal sex. I don't know how to say this. Can we get that in like bold? Penetration does not equal sex.
You know what's wild about this is that, did you know that we have easy access to Google? Did you know?
Oh my God, don't get me fucking started on this one. They're always like, oh, but is it the same? Doesn't it feel different? Shut up, bro. That's the point. I want it to feel different, okay? I don't want to be disappointed anymore.
You could just Google that.
There's a whole actual couple websites that are really specifying that. Dedicated. All you got to type in is some keywords.
Yeah, but I
mate.
feel like a lot of people ask that not out of curiosity. It's usually dudes. They ask because they're like, oh, I want to hear.
They just want to
a chick
hear
talk about it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're getting off on it.
Never have I ever been asked.
Why would you use a strap-on when you could have the real thing?
3, 2, 1.
I think it's just men getting insecure that
They're
they're
so
being
insecure.
replaced.
Yes.
Because it's not about the genitalia, it's about the person attached to it.
Yeah, it's
No.
attached to a woman and I want the woman. I've been asked that so many times and I just, yeah, it's not about you.
Never have I ever been asked if I wanted to have a threesome.
3, 2, 1.
Fucking every day, hey.
A classic question that people ask us.
Even my own girlfriend fucking asks me all the time. This one asks me all the time.
I mean, the amount of times that I say to people that that I'm with a girl, they say, oh, do you want to have a threesome? It's like, bitch, no.
Oh, it's like the amount of times people are like, oh, you like me and my girlfriend? And I'm like maybe, but
No, I'm just like, no.
Never have I ever hesitated to come out to older members of my family.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
well, I haven't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't come out to them yet.
I have been fairly lucky with most of the response and the support that I've had with family, but it definitely was a sort of working process and it took quite a while.
I think it wasn't until like there was one time I accidentally went into hospital and I almost died and then that was when my mum was screaming at me in the ambulance, in the hospital, everywhere. She was just like, why didn't you tell me anything ever? I was just like, how could you expect me to tell you anything if you don't even accept me for the person I am? And that's when I came out to her.
Yeah. Well, did they accept it after that?
My mum actually apologized to me on behalf of my dad. My dad still doesn't know.
My grandma was like very Italian and she kind of didn't understand, and she cried. And
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna tell my grandma.
no,
If I get into a relationship with a girl and, you know, I take her to a thing, I'll introduce her as my girlfriend.
yeah,
You know, it's not gonna be like, this is my friend, pal.
yeah,
Like, Elliot is my girlfriend, and just like, but I'm not gonna like have her sit down like, grandma, I like women and men.
Fuck, where do I start? Because obviously I grew up like, and going to church, and my dad's like an elder of the church, you know, and so I never told them either when I was growing up, and I was always bringing home boyfriends, etc. So it wasn't something for them to have to think about. And then I brought home my girlfriend one time, and they were kind of just like, they were like, oh, what do you mean? Like, you know, and I think it was harder for them because I didn't talk about it before. And even to this day, I think they're still like trying to accept it. But yeah, I don't know, we still need to have that conversation.
It took me 4 years to actually come out properly to my Italian family and like introduce her as my girlfriend. It was really hard to do because it was so obvious, but like they didn't see it. And then when I finally did it, they were like, oh, okay, interesting. I thought you were just friends, but it's okay now. Now it's she out. My grandma wants me to have a boyfriend now.
Because you're lonely.
Because I'm lonely.
Okay.
Yeah, and even if your family doesn't accept it, as RuPaul says, you have your chosen family. You will find your chosen family. And yes, you're definitely not alone.
Yeah.
And there are so many different resources out there than there was before. Like imagine the 1800s, nothing, right? And you're like, I think I might like women too. Nothing.
Yeah.
Who do you tell?
Yeah.
No one. Everyone would be like, no. So we're very, very lucky that we've got resources out there. We've got online communities. We've got, you know, friends.
TikTok.
There's like a lot of schools now. Yeah, TikTok.
Honestly, I find
the gay
TikTok
void of
has
TikTok.
TikTok has been amazing. I've actually got friends from TikTok. I even started dating someone from TikTok. Shout out to Laura. You can build communities on there. There's
Absolutely.
For younger people, youth groups. There's a lot of things that you can do because it can be very scary and you can feel very alone. But I promise you, there are so many other people who have gone through the exact same thing and are very willing to offer a helping hand if you need it.